Hello, my name is Tom Lodziak. In this video, we're going to look at how to get better at dealing with pressure situations in matches. We've all been there. The score's 9-9. We started to get a little tight, a little nervous, and the pressure's got to us. How can we get better at these pressure situations? Well, I've got some tips here from Stephen Gertsen. Stephen is an experienced coach and has worked at the national level with juniors and senior players. Really worth listening to Stephen. Let's hear what he has to say. This video is sponsored by the always brilliant Bryant table tennis. I get all of my equipment from Bryant, including the table that I have at home, my rubbers, training balls. So if you need any table tennis equipment, go to the Bryant website at bryant.tt.co.uk.
Yeah, so I'm going to look at how we can put players under a little bit more pressure within the training, how we can make them, as it feels when we're playing competition. When you're feeling maybe lacking a little confidence, people are watching, people are supporting you, maybe playing in front of a few different people in terms of a crowd or whatever. It's important that we try and put people or players in that situation in training as well. So we're going to start with Paul and Craig, and we're going to just run through a couple of ideas. So yeah, the first one we're going to work on. I know Craig wants to work on it on his backhand. He likes his forehand. He wants to try and start utilising his backhand a little bit more in the matches. Same for Paul as well. So the focus is going to be on the backhand. So we're just going to look at how we can work on that in isolation. So all of my practices I'm trying to potentially work on a certain theme in isolation, then we're maybe looking into adding some challenges. So if we just went straight away, we're going to go into a challenge match, boys. We're going to start from 7-all. No spin serves allowed, and we just got to focus in on the backhand half there. Okay, so just rolling in serves, 7-all. Eight, 7. 8-all. The reason I started kind of from 7-all, thinking that maybe that's a 5th set decider. They're in 7-all in the 5th. There may be a quarterfinals. They want to get to a semi-finals. I'm trying to get my players to be in that situation or put themselves into that situation as much as possible within training. Potentially now to progress that and add a little bit more pressure, I suppose. We're still working on that set theme, still working on the backhands. Now you can only go short serve to start, and then you're in from there. So again, I suppose what I would try and make sure I'm adding in here is the use of tactics now a little bit as well. We're still only allowed to use the backhand half. So we're going 8-all now, 9-8. You could obviously do that as a whole game, and you could slowly start to work your way up, but often, in training, it's easy to kind of, switch off a little bit if you start a game from love all. So you want to put that immediate pressure on. There might be some kind of forfeits or rewards for winners as well. Other things I would try and do while they're doing that is just get some players in the training to watch. Even create a team event where it's one or a couple of people on the same time. They're supporting their team, they're creating good atmosphere like you would in a team event match or a singles competition if your clubmates are watching you or you're playing for your country or whatever that might be. So trying to create that environment and that atmosphere as best we can. To follow up with that, just as a final progression, I suppose I would just go normal, and I'd maybe go 9-all, but normal. So maybe earlier would be to get yourself into quarterfinals. You're in the 7th. This is now to the final, right? 9-all in the 5th set. But anything goes on the backhand side. Nine, 10, match point, pull. 10-all. Eleven, 10. I think sometimes in coaching sessions, we can sometimes just do things where we go from drill to drill to drill. Players can, as a result, switch off. It can sometimes lose its way a little bit. This is getting players to think on, that theme that they want to work on, that key focus for them in the session, and again, ultimately bringing in the competition to that as well, which I think can have a good impact when they go then and play the tournaments, and try and then to deal with that pressure situation a little bit better than they maybe have in the past.
In our training sessions, we're often very relaxed. We've got the same training partners and we play really nice. Everything's very comfortable. But then when we go to play a real match, it's a different environment, and we can get tight and tense. So thinking about how you can create pressure situations in your training sessions is a brilliant idea, because if you're getting better at dealing with pressure situations in your training sessions, you're far more likely to be able to deal with it better in a real competitive match. Have a little think about how you can create some pressure situations in your training sessions. Don't be scared by it. Don't try to avoid it. Embrace it. Get a bit of pressure, get good at dealing with it, and it's going to make a big difference to your match play level. Thank you very much for watching, and a big thank you to Stephen for sharing those tips on dealing with pressure. If you want to find out more about Stephen, then you can go to Stephen's website at stephengertsen.co.uk. And also a big thank you to Bryant Table Tennis for sponsoring this video. I'll have plenty more videos coming soon. I'll see you then. Bye bye.